shot, son. Okay, right, let's do PTC in a bit. Nice. Well, I'm not going to pull everybody away from that shot, that's for sure. We'll leave it as it is for now. So just to remind everybody, if you're watching or just tuned in, this is not the 747. Of course, we're used to seeing so many 747s here at London Heathrow, but this is just one of the scheduled flights that departs out of London Heathrow on the Boeing 747. What does actually surprise me is the fact that, you know, why could they not have stalled her retirement for a little bit longer, because they're still leasing the Air Belgium 340-300, which is quite interesting. What's the cost incentive to retire this beautiful girl? And yet, you know, I mean, I know that the 343s are used for covering the Dreamliners, I believe, that are currently going through engine issues, but hopefully they're starting to reach the end of that. I would have thought it's been at least a year now, hasn't it, since the issues started with the Trent 1000. Look at that in that shot. Concorde 747. She goes. Say this one's going to Denver, Julie. Is it Denver? Or let me bring Flight Radar. You what? San Fran. Okay, she's going to the yeah, just stand by, I'll throw it up. Okay, go comms. Yep. Ocelots. So folks, as this 747 gets ready to roll out, give you some information as to exactly where we are this morning. Welcome to all channel members, of course. I want to say a big shout out to oh, hold on a second, I think she's going. Lisag 082, Chris Beaver, Paul Salter, Tawanda Chiwara. Good morning to everybody. New members signed up overnight. You're going to be joining us. Here we go. Well, that's a long run. She's heavy, man. She's heavy. So she'll be going straight, unlikely to be making any. So good morning, Dorbaguera, Pierre Lira, Benjamin, Katrina, Gunther, Kurt, Langraf. Good morning, Doug Whitcomb, Cheesy Popine, Margaret. Good morning, Margaret J, Loreno, Karina, Chris Simpson, Christopher Bergua. Andy from SJE Aviation, good morning to you. Glenn Orguella, tuning in from Boston, Massachusetts. Where is Malaysia Airline? Somebody asking. Nothing I can see on the apron at the moment with the Malaysia, I'm afraid. Dorian, Zabadiano, lots of fuel to get to California. Yes, indeed. In fact, interestingly enough, we should be looking at factoids like that in terms of maximum takeoff weights, fuel capacity and everything like that. Of course, the 747 that we're going to be seeing this morning is going to be carrying very minimal fuel load. But let's just have a look at this. Social Tech, Enda Walsh, good day. Neil McGibbon, Jakey Wang, Sid41. So many comments coming through right now. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, Karim from Dubai. Good morning to you. Christoph Bergu, Stephen Owers, Social Tech, Lorena Karina, John Fisher, Elaine Bird, Chris Murray, Kevin B. All the guys you see there in green, folks, they are channel members. Michael Muzon tuning in from New York. This 747 that we're going to be filming going out this morning on her final flight. She will have probably been to the Big Apple many, many times. That would be an interesting factoid. How many times she has flown to the Big Apple. So around about between 10 and 11 tons an hour fuel burn on the 747. That's pretty crazy. When in the cruise, obviously. It's going to use a high capacity, a lot of fuel, obviously, on takeoff with maximum thrust. But once she's up to cruise altitude, obviously using the aerodynamics of the aircraft as well to aid in her cruise. Virgin's 330 going out to Amaz, tuning in from Thailand. Good day to everybody. Harrison tuning in from Australia. Good day, Harrison. Is it? Okay. Apparently we have Landor pushing back, folks. So even more poignant, we've got one of the retro jets that's going to probably be one of the last to be retired. Coming out as well, so you get a good look at her. Rotate speed of around about 160, between 160 and 180 knots, depending upon the size of the aircraft. This is where you get a really good idea, a really good shot of the wing flex. I think she was running Trent 7s. Seems that the Virgin 330 is based at Manchester are CF6 powered, whereas the most of the ones down here running the Trent 7s. This is one of their more recent aircraft, the Virgin Dreamliner. So we'll just give you guys a little bit of an idea where we're at in a little while. This is really where you see the wings flex on the Dreamliner. Look at the curve, literally the curve in that wing. Isn't that beautiful? So big shout out to all the boys and girls from the Hilton Garden Inn here at London Heathrow as well. Don't forget, if you are a channel member, you will receive a 20% discount if you decide to come and stay at the Hilton Garden Inn at London Heathrow. That's where I'm at right now. These are the kind of views that you get from the western facing side of the hotel. Of course, you can go to the other side, you'll see the approaches, and of course the side of the hotel as well, where you'll see the approaches into 27 left. But right now, this is probably the best view that you're going to get. So make sure you check out Hilton Garden Inn Heathrow. Matt 52's birthday. Happy birthday, Matt 52. So the 747 that we've got going out will be very light indeed. Not have much fuel on board, just to get her down to St Athan in Wales. It's around about a 20-30 minute flight. Very short indeed. I don't even think the flight crew will have much on board in terms of food, because they won't have time to open a chocolate bar wrapper, the speed at which they'll get down there. So just let's pan around here and just have a little look at where we're at. This is the southern runway at London Heathrow. We've got parallel runways running 27 left and 27 right. These are the 27 operations that we're on right now. 09, that would be 09 right that we're looking at as well. So this is the southern side of the runway. Private terminals over there, as well as Terminal 4. United Dreamliner going out there. Now we are here also when the operations are on 09, with the aircraft coming towards us and going out, which is pretty spectacular, as well as the arrivals. In terms of the options that we had today, kind of limited, because obviously as we're looking for a departure, that basically means that we have to position ourselves at the Hilton Garden Inn, which is not such a bad thing, it has to be said. Cathay Pacific 747 sitting down there, their beautiful freighter. I think it's their Dash 8 as well, looks like a Dash 8 with those beautiful big Gen X engines. So that's the freight terminal, freight hub section of London Heathrow down there. Not the biggest freight terminal in the world, but still decent enough. I'd imagine that they handle quite a significant tonnage of freight every year. Not sure what their figures are. Wow, 1 gallon of fuel every 1 gallon of fuel every second. Fuel burn on a 747 at cruise. That is pretty impressive. That's why when you see her, here we go, there's Landor coming out now. When you see her wing, the wing will have a slight bend in the wing. You see that's quite apparent with the A380 as well, from a head-on shot. You'll see the wing tips are actually bowing towards the ground. Those tip tanks are full of fuel, basically. You won't get that with the 747 that we're getting going out today, but it's like, you know, it is also built into the wing for a flex as well. Elaine Bird, Chris Murray, Paul Evans, Stevie McGuinness, Mika Elwood, Claire West. I'm Danny, good day to you. Debbie Speller, Sherry Hellier, Simon Murray. Let's just zip over to Facebook right now and say hello to all our friends on Facebook. Of course, we are on Periscope as well. Just to give you a look here, when we're over at the Renaissance, we often see the tip of the tail of the South African A330. She comes in early in the morning, disembarks her passengers, and then gets parked up over there at the remote stand. You remember the other day we had their 346 in, the Star Alliance, which was pretty impressive and great to see. More maintenance areas around here, couple of 380s parked up. Boeing 747 down there. Of course, you can see through to the northern runway there, and a couple of Dreamliners parked up there, and of course that Dreamliner with Virgin over there, no engines on her. She's engine-less. Probably one of the engines that I saw going out on the low loader the other day. So good morning all channel members, Facebook and YouTube. You want to find out what we do at Big Jet TV. This is a special show today just for the final flight of this Boeing 747, Lima, November. This is a one-off. Well, when I say a one-off, it is one of our special shows. Our normal schedule is Wednesdays and the weekend show. We're switching now to weekend shows so that we can give people the option watching on a Saturday or a Sunday, depend upon operations and what else is happening. Wow. So just in terms of the New York route, you're seeing a 747 burning around about 70 tons of fuel for that flight. 82,000 litres of fuel. Think how long that would take to fill up your car. So, g'day. Elite Gaming and Chat, g'day. Emma Funnel, good morning. Adam Willsmore, David Morris, Terence Everett, good morning to you. Andrew Austin, Carlo Chilemi, Martin Persglove, good morning to you. Mark Willis, Paul Williams, Megs Thompson, Mick Goldie, Suzanne Davison, Danielle Bingley, good morning, and Edwards Bureau. What's that, Julie? Oh, which one's Terry? Oh, okay. Terence. Where's he? Oh, there we are, Terence Everett. Terence the artist. Mick Goldie, John Lee, Sherin Damudan. Good morning, Big Jet TV. Last commercial flight was on the 20th. Cape Town to London Heathrow. Sad day indeed it is. Another Queen is going to the aircraft heaven. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is that she will be broken up for some spares. Obviously, some of the components on the aircraft, such as the engines, obviously most important. They're still worth a lot of money. Those RB211s, and they will be put into the spares for other 747s, as well as components, expensive components, such as obviously cockpit flight instruments, undercarriage, some of the hydraulic pumps and air conditioning systems, and so on and so forth, that will go to the spares department, not just for British Airways, but possibly into general spares for people like, for instance, Airfin, who will have an inventory of spares available globally for the Boeing 747 fleet. Sam Fernando, good day to you. Terry, Sean Tucker, Tony Bagman, Marcella van der Mullengraaf, good morning. Yes, Concorde is staying here. That's one thing that they have done, which is a good thing. She's the gate guardian at London Heathrow. Alpha Bravo. So this is a good sight to see. We haven't caught this one coming out yet, land or Boeing 747. Tony Bagman, United 5, landing road. Yes, we do. Hey, okay, folks, this is going to give you an idea of what it's like when we are on 27 left operations from up on the top of the Hilton Garden Inn. They're around about 300 feet at our level here. So we're going to get a good idea. Now, did we just say Rouge? I'm in Cardiff, hoping it will fly over my house on its way to down to St Athens. Charlotte Catherine Elizabeth Perkins. Wow. Okay, getting the full name in there. say Rouge? Who's that from New Zealand? Somebody tuning in from New Zealand. Dar es Salaam, Abdul Gugu. Good morning to you. Sean Tucker, gotcha mate. Cameron Layden. United 5. United 6 is landing road 27 left. What is she? Is she a 76 or a Dreamer? Dreamliner, is it? And Edwards Bureau, best live show ever. Just amazing. Thank you, Big Jet TV Live. Well, thank you, Anne, for your great comments, and thank you to everybody for your support. Okay, so we're going to get a rogue arrival, as we call it, a rogue. This isn't like an official term. It's something that we've adopted here on Big Jet TV, just because it's the best way to describe it, really. Reinhard Massin wanted to ask the same now. What is that, my friend? Lee Reeves, Charlotte Catherine Elizabeth Perkins. What's the area Welsh name, Jerry? But St Athens. Oh, that's the area name. Okay, St Athens. Okay, here we go. That oh, a few spots of rain there. Sorry about that. Oh, quite a few spots of rain there. So I think we can live with it. At least one of these 747s in maintenance every day here at British Airways. Atul Chandra tuning in from India. G'day to you. Jeff Hughes. Hello, Jeff. How you doing, my friend? One of our good friends who works in emergency services, Jeff Hughes there. See that wing flex on the tips, folks. Yeah. Big old Turkish triple going out. Mark Beard. Belada, sorry, Mark Beard. Scott Feltham, not in Feltham apparently. Lee Reeves, Mark Willis, Brensley Gill, tuning in from Ottawa. How are you doing, my friend? Brensley, Justin Waddington, Jeff Watt, Gavin GT, Linda Morrison, Reinhard Mussen, Rodrigo Lima. They are okay. Yeah, there we are. He's just answering someone else. Mark Willis. So now let's just lock on to this Turkish. Do we have her on radar yet? Let me just check. Nothing on radar yet. see the little flick of the elevator. So all it needs to get the thing airborne. The wings do the rest. Obviously the engine power. Once that thing is moving, they'll reduce the engine power, spool back, and then it's an equal balance between aerodynamics and the engine itself, or the engines, to be perfectly correct. Anything interesting going on over there? Yeah, right. Do we know what time the 747 last flight is departing? Yes, around about 12:30 apparently, in around about half an hour hopefully. But obviously we could be expecting some delays. Oh, Victor Charlie I've got there, and I've got Victor Juliet. So we've got two 747s on radar. One going to Austin, Texas. The other one not having any, that's interesting, that one must be being towed to gate Victor Zulu. Sean Smith, A380 on its way out. Thanks for that, Sean. Got a, what looks like possibly 330, is it? Or is it a 346 backing up there? Yeah, I've got the 380 on radar. I think that might be a maintenance aircraft. She's not visible, so that's the A346 with the very big thank you from that's the very big thank you 346 with Virgin Atlantic being pushed back there. Something which you know, we're used to seeing here on Big Jet TV, but obviously a lot of people who are new. We've got another road. Looks like a little dash. Samantha Davis, Auntie Zoe flies out of Heathrow at 1:40 on United 923. Wow. I've got there's somebody just mentioning there. There is the Singapore slinger going out. There's the big girl, mate. There's the big girl. Little Q400 coming in. Tony Bagman, Flyby from Newquay, all the way from Newquay. Terry O'Neill, VNAT 346. Thanks for that, Terry. Of course, we appreciate all your updates. Give me as many as you can. I'll have a little sip of coffee. God bless you, Blair Mirelli, and all that malarkey. That's the first time. Yeah, I know. Who's he talking to? Well, that was quite heavy, man. That was quite heavy. Gotta be said. Gonna get a few 3 out of 10s on that one from the viewers, I think. Shan Stewart, Johnny King 380 will never be as iconic as the 747. You are bang on right there, my friend. But having said that, Johnny, you've got to give it credit in terms of its sheer size and you know, the fact that it flies. You know, it's such a big aircraft. You think back sort of like 30, 40 years. When these sorts of things were just literally ideas on the drawing on the back of napkins and serviettes. Mark Willis, get it down, son. Steve Foster, tuning in from Perth, Australia. G'day to you, Martin Persclub. Thank you, Martin. Obviously, we all love this position up here on the right on the top of the Hilton Garden Inn at London Heathrow, folks. If you're a channel member, you get 20% discount. Make sure you ask them and mention Big Jet TV. All channel members watching right now, a lot of people come here and stay here as a result of that. Also, you get these great views, but if you do come here, make sure that you pre-book room 747 if you can. Little intersecting departure going out there with British Airways. Of course, don't forget, we will be at Toulouse this Wednesday, folks. Once again, on the lookout for the elusive A350, British Airways A350, and of course the Virgin Atlantic A350. I'm pretty sure we'll see one or two of them. But also bear in mind that it is the last Wednesday of the month, so therefore I think they're into maximising their deliveries towards the end of the month at Airbus. So we will expect to see quite a lot of test flights and of course ground tests, as well as rejected takeoffs and of course delivery flights as well. Scott Fiscal tuning in from Sunderland. David Wild Goose, tuning in from Toronto. G'day to you all watching right now on Big Jet TV. Couple more 747s taxiing up for departure. Not our aircraft, it has to be said. Toby DeMarco, not liking the... do you have a bad experience then, mate? Horrid Dash 8 craft. Just a little puddle hopper, mate. Nothing special. Watching for the first time, folks, make sure you share the feed if you can. Tell all your friends and family about what we do here at Big Jet TV. Give them something to look at. Yeah. Should get a left-hand turn out of this 380, possibly. Here it goes. Of course, what I see on my tiny little monitor is nothing compared to what some people see on their big 55-inch 4K screens, their TVs, and also even the monitor on your PC. Some people getting taken, having a little crafty look at the show while they're at work. Don't get caught. Keep that sound down, or keep those earphones in. Declan Sappi, where's the best to view landings? Me and the missus are taking a trip down to London this weekend and wanting to do a few hours at London Heathrow. Well, good point that, Declan. Declan, look out for the wind conditions, wind directions. That's what's key. If they're on 27 knots, then get yourself over to either the Renaissance. If they're on 27 left arrivals, get over to Myrtle Avenue. There are a few places, depends on if you don't mind walking, you can walk around the perimeter of the airport, check out all the maintenance hangars over at the eastern side of the airfield, and of course there's a McDonald's over at the opposite the Renaissance as well. We are at the Hilton Garden Inn by Hatton Cross Station, just over the road really from, not very far from, that's basically where we usually sit on top of the van, in that field there where the ILS is there. That's the paddock, and beyond that is Myrtle Avenue, where lots of people go. Very popular viewing spot for plane spotters here at London Heathrow. Beautiful 767 going out with United. She's a 300. All good, GP? Of course, don't forget, for our channel members, next month, beginning of July, we're going to be heading to Munich for another show there with our channel members, for a fire show, which is going to be pretty spectacular. The guys there are actually going to be putting on we're going to be following an exercise with the fire crews there at Munich, so expect a great show for channel members only. That's what we generally bring. Oh, hello, that's interesting. Is he on tow? Okay, he's going to make me. So kind of slightly moody skies here at London Heathrow, well, in the UK should I say. Just give you a little look at the weather. Bit of a cell over there, it seems to be dumping a little bit of rain down there in Kent or in Surrey. Adam Lee Wicks. Mark Willis, Mr. Scream at a 707, yeah, don't we all, mate? Well, we still get the good quality scream of those RB211s on the 747, but like you say, yes indeed, non-hush kitted 707 engines were what they were all about. I remember those days with my dad flying his DC-854 with no hush kits. I think they were running the Pratt & Whitneys at the time. Oh really? Okay, well that's good, because that's the side that will be. Wow, is that so? Who's given us that message, Jilly? Oh, okay. Apparently, folks, the crew have left a message on the port door. Is that the crew access door at the front? Just the general access door at the front, I guess. We'll have to have a look out for that. John Copeland, good day to you. Abdul Munaf. Mustafa. This is not our 747, folks. Neither is that. Yeah, I know. Yes, she's being towed up to maintenance now. Abdul Manaf, we're not going to be showing any landings today, just purely because we are focusing on the departure of this 747. But if you tune in regularly, Abdul, then you will see that we do landings as well as departures, as well as everything else here on Big Jet TV. Sinjar, loving the Boeing 747. Now's a good opportunity now to see that port door, to see whether or not I'm going to be able to see that message. It's going to be difficult. I mean, I can see it on this one here. because she's only just over the road. See what I mean about all the panelling, folks? You look at that compared to the Dreamliner. You won't see any panelling on the Dreamliner purely because she's a woven, just a purely carbon fuselage, whereas when you compare it to the 747, what I was talking about the other day was almost the scalp of the 747. You can see the upper compartment of the first class area. Right, let's just have a little look and see if we're going to manage to get this. So it'll be that door there, Jilly, yeah? Thanks to airport webcams as well for giving us that info. Have they sprayed it on there like... Anna, hello Anna, I'm giving you a shout out from your sister. Lisa Cruz, Abdul Manaf. DV's watching, g'day DV. Straight over, YouTube. How's everybody doing on YouTube? Bobby Livingsworth. Why is it going so slow? Which one are we talking about here, Bobby? That one's being towed. Obviously there is a strict speed limit at which they have to be towed. Oh, got Emirates 380. Oh, but that's just coming. I think that's just coming. See, now that rudder input, that would be initially hand cranked, and then it'll switch over to foot controlled. The pedals literally pushing left and right with the feet to control the rudder, keep the aircraft in a straight line, and then once it reaches a certain velocity, the natural speed of the aircraft will keep it in a straight line. Unless of course you've got heavy crosswinds. Yeah. Positive rate. Beast from the east arriving, Drone Hunter. Richard George, Bobby Livingsworth, Ashley Mann. That's not it, Bobby. That was not our aircraft. I am going to just so there's London, folks. There's the London skyline. Just pick it out in the haze. Auntie, oh, I just missed that. I think I gave her a shout out. Just going to see this Etihad 380 touchdown. No more Formula One emblems on her engine cowls, which is quite interesting. There you go. It's one landing for you. All our American friends, anyone up? On the west side, Sky Ranger, Paul Evans, Auntie Sim, yes, there we go. Anna, tuning in from Ireland. Shekhar Arya, why they fly so slow and not drop, I don't get it. Well, to be honest with you, that's a good question actually, that Shekhar. The actual speed, it looks slow on camera, but they're still maintaining obviously enough speed to fly. Of course, the engines are still running. They're powering the aircraft. When they're coming into land, that's the slowest point at which the aircraft will travel, of course. But they're still travelling pretty fast, and of course those big wings keeping them aloft, as well as the trim on the rear stabilisers and so on and so forth. Marty, why all this for a retiring 747? Well, Marty, you're obviously not an avid aviation fan, because if you were, you wouldn't be asking the question. But just to answer you, you know, the Boeing 747 holds a place in many people's hearts who are into aviation, who love their aviation. This particular aircraft's been around for 27 years, folks. 27 years. Think about what you were doing 27 years ago. And think about all the thousands of miles that this thing has travelled, and all the places that it's visited. We've got pilots who are emotionally attached to this aircraft. She was the first flight for many of them. What's that, GP? Okay, got that. Okay, I'll check that. It's all our Canadian friends. Got some people in Toronto watching right now. Unfortunately, I think they're getting hit by some severe humidity. Look at that. The engine nacelle, the leading edge cowling on the GE90 there is a replacement nacelle, which has been borrowed from the new livery Air Canada 777. So look at that. You got what? Oh, okay. Judy Chaston, Stevie McGuinness, Renato, Andy Hall, Swede Chef. Swede Chef, I guess you're a Swedish chef. Volvo Gustav. Yes, you're right, mate. That is a plane. Obviously, understandably, a lot of people are getting notifications on their phone, recommendations from YouTube, and they can't quite understand why. But it is different. Let's face it, folks. It is different than somebody out on a walk with the dogs, or potting plants in their garden, or even painting their walls, pebble dashing them. Bombardier Tim. Oh, finally. Bombardier. Are you a Bombardier fan by any chance, my friend? Joe O'Reilly. My mum is cabin crew on Aer Lingus A320. Wow, there we go, to LHR. Well, let's hope we catch her one day. Rorik Lim, tuning in from the Philippines. Kurt Langraf, Surims. How many goats for one of these air monsters? How many goats? I don't think they trade in goats over here, my old friend. I don't know, you never know. Pro Green Lawn. All mowing lawns. There we go. Pro Green Lawn. Yeah. Can't really see how you'd sort of like keep that one going for 3 hours, but you know, you never know. Maybe the lawnmower would go tech. You've got to take the cover off, change the plug. Depends if you're using electric fly mow or petrol powered. If it's a seated mower, might be a bit more interesting. Have to do a pit stop. Using all the hydros, etc. Let's do a show on mowers. Lawn mowing live on Feature TV. Mind you, it would be interesting to see how they mow the pitches in on some of these football pitches, which are absolutely amazing. Done to, I guess, laser precision. I'd imagine they use some kind of laser lines on the front of the mowers so they keep them in a straight line. Definitely don't want to be drunk and in charge of a lawnmower at the big football stadium, that's for sure. Next coming 2 A380s. So there's Etihads that we just saw come in, making our way over to Terminal 4. Last year you used to see the F1 logo on the side of their engine cowls. Oh look, is that Qantas 10 going out? It's the Perth flight going out. Big long Cathay Pacific 777. Oops a daisy. Mr. Smith, Stephen Billings, Ollie P. Yes, very true, indeed. And in fact, I have to be honest, that's something I would love to do, is film a lawnmower race. Anybody who has any involvement in lawnmower racing would like me to come and stream that live, I'd be more than happy to do that. Because that's a load of fun. And of course, this is the time of year when those lawnmower races are on. Wow, Stephen Owens, the ride I used to use for lawn mowing was run by computers. Wow. Swede chef, Aussie. There we go. Chris Thomas, Anders Terry. Shout out to Perth. Well, there you go, mate. This one's coming at you. Straight from London to Perth. Direct, non-stop. You make of it what you will, whether you want to sit there for 17 hours and or however long it is, without being able to stretch your legs. I believe also that the extra legroom is not something that they offer in that Dreamliner service. So, not my idea of a perfect flight. I'd sooner do the stop off in Dubai or wherever, even if it is a couple of hours. Quite blustery. Got a bit of a crosswind right now. I'd say she's around about 20 knots at the moment, something like that. Nothing on radar yet, no, Julie? Wing flex. Look at that wing flex, folks. Now, talk about engines. I know we saw the Boeing 777-9 as it's got on its tail. I guess that's the variant that we're going to be calling it, the 777-9. got double line up there on the 27 left departures. Amazing how big the engines are. I mean, you think those engines are big. Look at that 320. Look at those IAEs in comparison to those GE90s behind it. That is just the size of these engines. Obviously a bigger aircraft. Look, you can actually see the engine almost swallowing up that. That's just incredible, man. Yeah, those huge new General Electrics GE9X, I think it is, that we're going to be seeing on the 777-9, are something else. Caroline Blair, Stevie McGuinness, Joe O'Reilly, Surims, Stephen Luskin, Michael Rotelis. Nice view from Heathrow Airport. Yes, indeed it is. Very fortunate to be up here, folks. Big shout out to the Hilton Garden Inn here at London Heathrow. If you're up at London Heathrow and you fancy staying over here for a plane spotting weekend, then make sure that you look them up. The Hilton Garden Inn at Hatton Cross is where you need to go. X Games Simulator, 30 knots. We do have a 30 knot wind apparently. Well, Will Matthews, can you do one on Sydney Airport? Yes, well, we would love to, my friend. The only problem with that, obviously, is you can appreciate when you actually think about it, it's not just a question of us, nipping over for the afternoon and setting up the camera. There's a quite a significant amount of logistical problems that you face when doing any kind of live stream from any airport. You obviously have to speak with the airport and of course speak with the local authorities as well, as we do here at London Heathrow. We generally tend to let everybody know that we're going to be here live streaming. Stephen, new member, Stephen Billings. G'day, Stephen. Welcome to the show. And welcome to Big Jet TV channel membership, my friend. People have been commenting how quick and easy it is to sign up to Big Jet TV channel membership. Of course, there's no commitment, folks. You don't have to be there for months on end. There's no sort of like 6-month contract. Look at the wingspan of that BizJet, man. That's pretty impressive. Stephen Billings. Been thinking about it for a while. Been lying there in bed twiddling his thumbs. Shall I join? Well, you are most welcome, my friend. John Ellison. Wow. John Ellison saw jumbos back in the days of the 727s at London Heathrow. That would be back in the days, wow. Earlier than that, saw VC-10s, 707s in the old Boeing livery. Got a 747. Got a 747 taxi in there, Julie. That's not her, is it? Let me just have a look here. That's Victor Charlie, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got Victor Yankee as well, yeah. Shake shaft, Logan 5. Logan 5, if you're going to talk crap like that, mate, we're just going to boot you down the road. So, one more warning, mate, and then you're going to be booted and you have to go and watch grass cutting or something like that. Quite a big lineup. Yeah, no, I see. 777. A7 Reg is Qatar. What's that in reference to? That is Concorde, folks. Yeah, James O'Brien making a good point there. Look at that smoking 777, man. Wow! Look at the exhaust that she's leaving behind. Is it? Apparently we're Boeing going out, folks. Jazz could hail. GE engines are smokers on the 777. Yes, well, thanks for that, mate. Appreciate that. GE 90s, I believe, probably on that 777 that's just gone out. She's an old 200. Unlike this beautiful, long, sleek 777-300 with possibly G115Bs bolted to her wings. Big set of engines. DMF trucking. That United runs on diesel aviation fuel. Stevie Luscombe. Elon Musk, G90s, thank you. Pete Hemsley, KW Green, Fabio, dirty old 200. Yeah, you're right, mate. Nigel Dallas. Clarence Novilos. Big load of good to see all the channel members in this morning. Where is that? Oh, there's your tide pushing back now. There's your tide 380 pushing back, folks. That's what I just heard, the engines firing up. Yes, interesting. 6YJJK saying that BA did lease 747-8s a while back. I remember seeing a 747-8 in BA livery, but cargo. That's the only image I've ever seen of a Boeing 747 in the BA livery. It has to be said, a great shame. And we always wonder whether or not BA actually thought, did we do the right thing in getting the 380s when we could have got the 747-8? But hey, that's all in the past now. Cathay Pacific, mixture of both the Boeing and Airbus fleet. However, United, not sure. Am I right in saying that United, Toys with Sammy, hello. Don't know if United actually run any do United have any Airbus in their fleet? Maybe some. Maybe in the US they run the A320neo. I'm not sure. Oh look, this is that livery that a lot of people like. With Saudia, I believe. Stevie Butler asking where I lived in Joburg. I was in Randburg, my friend. I lived in Randburg when I was working out there in South Africa. Flew on the South African Airways 747 SP. How lucky is that? Got to fly on the old SP out there down in South Africa. Cody Carpenter. Please, yeah, going to see the Qantas plane taking off. Indeed, we wouldn't miss that for all our Aussie friends out there. Carlo Franchise, Alitalia 777. Where's that? We won't see that today here. Only out in Italy. Oh, they do. Okay, so they do have Airbus in their domestic fleet, not in their long-haul fleet. That's why we wouldn't see anything. We only see Boeing aircraft over here in the UK. Where's that Qantas Dreamliner? Right. Oh, BA's lined up there at the moment. Where did that Qantas go? Maybe she's gone to gate. Wow, I see that quite severe crosswind. Somebody telling us just now 30 knots. Christopher Rosia, Krugersdorp, South Africa. I think that's a big mining area, Krugersdorp. Well, whatever happens, she's late. She's very late. Janet's asking what it was like flying the 747 SP. Well, to be honest with you, just like flying on any 747, apart from the fact that it was there was a bulkhead about halfway up the aircraft where because they used to run part freight, part passenger on those SPs. So very short, sort of like short passenger area. Also flew on the first of the 300s that they had with South African Airways as well. Wilson Chu tuning in from Hong Kong, I think. Ah, is that the Qantas just there? I think it is. I think that's the Qantas Dreamliner just tucked in there behind the BEA sheds. We'll see her moving a little bit. So yes, we do have Golf Charlie, which is the BOAC livery 747, one of the retro jets with British Airways. Christopher Rojan flies himself at Lanseria Airport. Shabbat, no PIAs just yet, my friend. Non-stop Perth, Qantas. Hello to all Aussie crew out there. Sharry, yeah, there's always a slight haze. What you've got to appreciate is we're looking all the way down there. We're talking about nearly 3 miles from here to the end of the runway there. Plus you've got to add on all of this stuff here, so there will be a natural amount of haze in the shot. It's a relatively clear day in terms of what it's normally like. You know, sometimes you'll get it really too hazy, hazy fantasy. Spirit Rider. Hello, Charles Butterworth. Any 350s? Very possibly, Charles. The rate we're going at the moment, we're likely to see an A350, but no promises. Stay tuned on Big Jet TV. You will get to see multiple A350s here on the show. Don't forget, we're live twice a week, folks. Wednesdays and the weekend show, either Saturday or Sunday. Just keep an eye out on the website, bigjet.tv. Top right hand side of your screen there is where you need to visit to find out all about Big Jet TV and what we do, and how we look after our channel members, of course. Kurt Landgraf, yes indeed. I have flown many hours with my dad in the jump seat of his DC-8 54 back in the day when he was a freighter pilot, or freight dog as they're commonly known in the US. Interestingly, this Qantas jet not on radar. I'm not seeing it on radar. Why is that then? Oh, is that it there? Hold on a minute. Oh, there she is. Yeah, yeah. Qantas 10. Zulu November Golf is her reg. Anybody wants to know? Good words, Keith Grafton, Clazza, Jack Walsh, any Airlingers. We do have a new member right there, Zero Pro. Good day to you, Zero Pro. Welcome to the family of Big Jet TV. Okay, this Qantas Dreamliner just firing up her. Whether they're Gen X or Trents, I'm not sure what they run on the Qantas fleet. Cody, thank you. JM, thank you. Yes, Goma, using flight radar. Coming at you, Australia. See the flaperons down to their neutral position. See this wing. There's Boak, just joined the queue. Shame they're not giving any. They're not doing the washes today like they were yesterday, because that would have been good to get. You can get that really good from up here. Kate Topley, good day to you. Joe O'Reilly. Airlingers coming in. No surprises there. They're regulars over here at London Heathrow. and when she does come in, she'll cross the active runway and park herself up over there behind that Saudi 777. So yeah, all you Irish fans wanting to see Aer Lingus. Of course, we'll be back at Dublin, planning to be back at Dublin in July, folks. That will be an all channel members only show, as we do with our European shows. Got any Neos down there? River B tuning in from Russia. Hello, River B. Chick Shaft. Oh, Mitch Santoro is a new member. Good day to you, Mitch. Paul Evans, Saudi is the Formula E livery. Well, well, well. I do remember somebody mentioning that before, actually, but I couldn't quite make out. Right. Okay, got an eagle there. Is that the back end of a Formula E car there? Eagle's head. Ah, yes, I see it now. Okay, so I see what it is now. Yeah, yeah. Wise guy, yeah? I gotcha. I see it. Thank you for that. Simon Murray, take care. Obviously, the flight's cancelled. No, it won't be cancelled, Simon. It's just delayed at gate for some reason. The flight isn't cancelled because it's going on its final flight. Mach 52 diesel 1313. Wow, River B is from Siberia in Russia. Wow, one of the coldest places on earth during the winter. Jack Walsh asking me to come to Cork. A little bit difficult that, mate, just because of I don't know. Tell me, is Cork any good in terms of movements? So has the Saudi Formula E Grand Prix been run yet? Katrina Ena. Sister. Plane 9. Yes, there is a Concorde in the shot, but let me just get a good shot of this special liveried Saudi Arabian 777 right now, heading out for departure. Of course, it is confusing for quite a number of people, obviously, tuning in for the first time, especially from this position. It does look, it's a bit of a optical illusion. That Concorde does look like she's in the lineup to go out. Yeah, Cody mentioning about the fact that it's 16 hours to Perth. Alternatively, fly the 380 to Singapore then Sydney, something I would much rather do. Russell Sprout. Haha. There's Boeing, folks. The second of the 3 747s in the retro colour scheme that we've seen here at London Heathrow. 2 today. Seen the Landor livery going out earlier, and of course this is Boeing. A lot of us older folk remember that so well. Divvy. Flight W4VY, final flight will be to Nevada Desert Graveyard. No, it won't, my friend. She's going to be in the UK. It's around about a 20-minute, 25-minute, 30-minute flight from London Heathrow down to St Athan in Wales, where she will be scrapped. Is she on radar? Oh. Oh! We've had the full set today. Well, we have got neither, smokes. We've got the third 747 inbound on 27 right, so we'll get that touching down. Stefan Polaus saying wishes he could see this plane called the Strato launch in action. I'm sure that will be something we'll see a lot more of in the coming months. Chat Noir, Dylan Tolsidas. Elon Musk. What's that? Elon Musk. Is Elon Musk it's not the real Elon Musk, is it? Watching Big Jet TV. But if you are, hello. Oh, great question. Gok machine. Does British Caledonian still exist? No, it doesn't, my friend. That was diluted into. Well, it was just didn't go. It was just diluted, basically. So look at that shot right there. BOAC 747, Concorde, and a Thai Airways 380 in one shot. Just looking out for. Divvy, you're right, we got bingo! Wow. Shaker Maker saying that she's 28 and a half years old, not even 27, 28 and a half years old. Wow. No, Kaylee, these are the retro liveried aircraft that will be the final aircraft that will be scrapped on the 747 fleet. These ones are obviously going to be kept. They're obviously not going to go and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds and then scrap them 2 weeks later. A little bit of a crazy thing to be doing. Paul Skilling, Nega 747 coming in from Miami. Yeah, we're going to grab that, mate. That Thai 380's jumped the queue, isn't it? Hey, cheeky chappy. Big set of Trents on her. I think they're Rolls-Royce Trents by the looks of that. Got the Rolls-Royce emblem on the side of the engine cowls. Always good to see any Indians in the house. Air India. There you go, folks. Got the 747 in visual shot. She's 2 out. Wow, look how smoky that puppy is right there, look. Wow, it can only be a 767, mate. Casorte, retro 747 on finals. Got it, mate, don't worry about it, we won't miss it. And the good thing is that Air India is pushing in, so we will have a little bit of a delay on the Boeing 747 going out. Sorry about that. Full set. I've got 3 queens. Yeah. Fabio! Landau looking nicer than the Negus. Yes, yes. Well, Negus was before Landau, I think. I think that was right. I think that was the order that they were in. Isabel Smith, Katrina Ina, River B, Better. Stuart Taylor, Alpha Delta Lima. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, well, you know, cry away, my friend. Put your head on my shoulder and cry away. Mad Wolf 096, what's going on? Well, my friend, we are here to witness the departure of a very special friend, Boeing 747, one of the first Boeing 747s in the British Airways fleet, or should I say, well, back then, 28 and a half years ago, what would have been the livery 28 and a half years ago? Would it have been the current livery? How old is that current livery? I'm not sure if it's 28 years. Wow, if you're an aviation fan, you're really being treated to some great liveries today, man. Tyre, Tirapuntavat. We're using a Panasonic VX1. Jack Walsh. Now, see how those wingtips are sagging literally at the end there, folks. See the sag on the outboard part of the wing. That is full of fuel. Now, as she comes to the rotate point where she actually leaves the ground, you watch those wingtips bow up, purely from aerodynamics. That's when she's at her most graceful in flight. See them starting to bend already. And there they go. Positive rate, gear up. And away she goes. Wow, look how steep that climb is. Where she's going. Where is that Boat? Where is Boat going, Julie? Oh, she's off to Philadelphia, so she'll head straight out. Still nothing on radar, folks. We're still waiting. I've got Victor Bravo. Oh no, she's just come in, hasn't she? That's Negus. It's Negus just come in. Chachon Cakes, good day to you. Rita Power, Phineas Kenny. First Korean, British Overseas Airways Corporation, thank you. Dino Ward, AJM, loving it. Isabel Smith, Elaine Bird, Callum Malpass. See, what you're looking at here, folks, is the British Airways maintenance section. Oh, that's a good shot going out there, isn't it? Can you get that? Where's it at? Where's it at? Camera don't like it. Get that. Come on, son. No, doesn't like it. Dan Shingold, does BA own any 380s? Yes, they do, my friend. Not sure exactly what the number are in the fleet. Over 10, I think. I believe. There's a couple of them right there, over in the maintenance sheds, or the maintenance area. Beautiful 747-8 sitting down there with Cathay Pacific. Looks like she's finished her loading. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Blow up fish. Timothy Harris, g'day. Mario Sultana, aircraft spotter, good afternoon to you. Razinski, James Williams. What's that, GP? Oh, that's a shame. Is that Facebook? Okay. Mazza S tuning in from Australia. Do you think British Airways should opt for the A220 to replace the 318s and some 319s? Well, they're being obviously given the option, I'd imagine, but I know that they've got a significant amount of 321 and 320 Neos on order. Whether they're going to opt for the 220, I'm not sure. Whether they might go for the 319 Neo for their London City operations, I'm not sure. Or the 220, perhaps even. Beautiful plane, the 220, of course. Toot toot from Moo Moo. G'day to everybody there. Chochon, there you go. There's your Aer Lingus. Still now on radar. Is there anyone we can get an update from, maybe? Quickburn 70 says, do you see BA 723 yet? Should be a 777. BA 723, that might be it down there. I don't know why. Why is that, my friend? Well, at this rate, we might have to go and get another coffee, Jilly. John Bacon, how many Concords are there at Heathrow? Just the one, my friend, and that is just a static gate guardian, as it's commonly known. That's just all for our friends out there in Ireland, regulars here at London Heathrow with Aer Lingus, and of course we do see the new liveried 320, which interestingly enough, they have only coated a 320 and an A330 in their new livery. IAC, International Aero Coatings, are the people that do the painting out there in Dublin, and we are planning to do a show with them. They're very interested in doing a show with Big Jet TV. We're just waiting for the opportune moment to come along. 380 landing, 27 left. Trish Peters, cloud base at St Athan just started to lift. Very good point that, Trish. Maybe the reason for the delay was the low cloud base at St Athan. So that's is potentially the reason why. So it's starting to lift now apparently. So there's the reason for the delay, folks. New member, Mike O'Brien. Good day to you, Mike. Yes, well, we got you there, Mike. Jay Carey, Aer Lingus going home to Dublin. And there she is. Just waiting for what? Oh yeah, that's a bit handy, isn't it? Yeah, Nigel Dallas, interesting point that BA, the only place where they run the BA 737 is, of course, out there in South Africa, Comair, Boeing 737. I'm not sure, they're not Maxes, they're 8s, but they're not the Max 8, and I believe that they may possibly be looking to replace a couple of those with the new order that they've signed a letter of intent with Boeing for the new Max variant with IAG, the operations that controls British Airways along with all the other airlines that it controls. Qatar 380 just about to touch. Harmit! Local virtual, BA should reintroduce the world tails. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a bit of a disaster apparently. I think Margaret Thatcher had it taken down, or was it her who implemented it? I can't remember. Just about to see a Qatar through. What's that, GP? That's a pretty slam dunk landing there for Qatar's 380. Okay, GP. What's up? What's up? Oh, okay. Okay, so El Al's Dreamliner inbound with a special livery. 2 out, thank you. Oh, well, there we go, Western Mellow Lad. Maggie was not amused with the World Tails livery. AJM has stayed at this very hotel. We are on top of the Hilton Garden Inn in London, folks, at the Hilton Garden Inn at Hatton Cross, London Heathrow. If you want to look that up, if you're a channel member, you will get 20% discount if you stay here. Katrina saying Air Belgium 340-300 is inbound, outbound, is it? Is she? Oh, there she is. Yeah, nicely spotted, Katrina. There she is, just pushing back now, just coming back now. Jack Walsh, plane from Israel is coming in, looks unreal. Yes, we'll grab that. Luca, yeah, with San Francisco livery. Air Belgium's A340-300, folks. That one in replacement for Dreamliner service, we believe. Gonzalo, g'day. Welcome to Big Jet TV if you're watching wherever you are in the world. I think we have shot this before, GP. Yeah. Now that, I think, is we'll get a good shot of her as she crosses the active. There's a Qatar 380, that's the one that's just landed, of course. So that's an A340-300 running the same, I think she runs a CFM56 engine, four CFM56s, same that power the A320s, which is why she sounds like a giant A320 when she goes out. So we will get a good look at that that LL because she'll park all the way over there. She'll park somewhere in there, so we'll be able to get a good look at her. Oh, Paul Evans, Las Vegas on starboard, San Francisco on port. Oh, okay, interesting. Folks, if you're just wondering what is the delay, we understand that low cloud was the reason. It has been the reason for the delay in this 747 going out. So we are expecting her to pop up on radar quite soon. Lucas saying British Airways retro livery. Oh, outbound 747. No, we've already had that. So Middle East Airlines there, look. 3:30 going out. Oh, is she? So it's going to be a bit of a delay for departures after this MEA 330 goes out, I think, because we've got Qatar and the El Al aircraft across the active. Harsha Yadav on YouTube, on Facebook, sorry. Hope you managed to catch your beloved Air India going. Oh, I thought that was an RTO there for a second. Right, looks like we're going to have another departure before they cross the active. Go for it. What's that, Julie? Say that again. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, if that's the case, then we're going to break it down and head over to the Renaissance then. Good job I've got the... Should we do that? Yeah. Okay, folks, listen, you know, for once you can't blame us. This is all basically down to wind and weather. It's basically weather related. The aircraft has been postponed in its departure until 3:30. However, don't... Oh, 2:30. Oh, well, then it will still be over here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said 3:30. Yeah. we'll have a 30-minute window basically. It's been delayed to 2:30, then we've got to stay here. We've got to stay here, because if it comes to 3 o'clock and they switch the runways out, you know, that's it, we're stuffed. We can only film her taxiing up from here, because we wouldn't be able to get from here over to there. Yeah, 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. It's just we don't have an actual time, do we? It's a shame. Brad Marks. Wow, 30 degrees below here in Tixie. Blimey O'Reilly. That's pretty flipping cold, that is. Simon Cantwell. Morag Jones, g'day. Pat Ryan. No, you didn't, Pat. You didn't miss it. Yeah, but that's possibly the slot that it's been given is 2:30. So this is a British Airways, an aircraft on lease to British Airways, folks, with Air Belgium. Low climb out, and a smoky one at that. Bella, Iceland Air in a moment. Iceland Air in a moment. Is that? Oh, there she is. I've got the Iceland Air tail. Thank you, Bella. Morag Jones, A340, Welsh Wings, hashtag Welsh Wings, yes indeed. Just wait for the guys at Airbus in Wales to sort of like get back and sit themselves down and relax and get back into their work programs before we will potentially be looking to go have a meet with them and do a recce down at the Broughton facility of Airbus where we went before for the XL, the Beluga XL arrival. If you remember that on Big Jet TV, we've broadcast that live. But in addition, we're planning to do a show with the guys at Airbus on the manufacture of the wings. The A350 wing down there in Broughton. Patrick Martin, glad we got that for you, my friend. If I miss your comments or I miss your requests, please make sure you come back and keep asking, because I do forget. I don't forget, I just don't see it. Say it, okay? So we do have a significant delay. I think it's because of weather down at St Athan. Oh, so it's a visual landing at St Athan. They don't have the it's all on instruments, is it? Right, okay. So they don't have auto land capabilities at St Athan. Joey Gregory, what time is it there? It is currently 1:30 British summertime. Well, GP, I might lock her out and go and get a coffee. If that's all right, folks. Give me 5 minutes. I'm just going to nip down and quickly grab a coffee. I'll stay on comms with you, Gilly. Leave everything up here, and I'll be back in a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to stick with it. I'll just leave that on lockout there. righty ho then, here we go then. Back, folks, back in time. 747. That's interesting. 747 looks like she's going to do an intersecting departure. Where she's heading. DJ Vadomix, you will not be seeing a 737 MAX taken out. But look at this, 747. Who's 747? What? Just have a little look. This one's going out to New York. What's that, Julie? What's that? Yeah. So she must be pretty empty. Well, I'd say pretty empty. It's only scrubbing off about 100 yards. So, welcome back, everyone. Brian Mitchell asking, could I go to St Athens? Well, I wouldn't make it in time, but good question. I could go to St Athan, I could film it landing, which would be more poignant, it landing and going off. I don't know. Qatar 350. Somebody wanted a 350 earlier on. There you go. Has he just come in? Bella, bella. Hey. So we are waiting for, still waiting for Lima November to come on radar. Reason for the delay, folks, apparently is weather at St Athan in Wales. Been pretty lousy down there. It's only about a 30-minute flight for these guys. However, the airport itself, or the airfield, one would say, it's got a long enough runway to accommodate the 747. However, it doesn't have the technology that these guys use for auto land. They would have to use visual landing techniques. So therefore, until the cloud is cleared, is that their 1000? Certainly looks long enough. Or is that a 900? Can't see. No, that's a 1000, isn't it? That's their 1K. Yeah. Quick burst of power on those XWBs. Qatar 350 1K. Samantha Davis says, Auntie Zoe said she keep an eye out for you. She's... Oh, okay. Okay, alright, so we're ignoring that. Right, okay. Alan Jones. It's foggy, apparently, down in Wales. Yeah. We can authorise that, can't we? He's down there in St Athan. Alan Jones. Yeah, Alan Jones. We're going to add you. We're going to add you to the new group, Alan. You have been authenticated, and you have been authorized. Rhys Davis tuning from Perth, Australia. Good day to you, Rhys. Paul Regendran, good evening from India. Got another Air India taxiing out at the moment for departure. You just see her tail there. If you're in India, welcome to Big Jet TV, live from London Heathrow for the final flight of Lima, November, Boeing 747. 28 and a half years old, this Boeing 747. I'd imagine that when she was flying originally, she would have been in a mixture of the old Landor livery and the British Airways livery. They had a sort of like a combined livery, didn't they? I seem to remember. I might be wrong there, but surely I'd imagine that somebody is going to be able to confirm that for me. Is that 747's? But like I was saying earlier on, folks, just as a quick look at build technology now for the modern day airliner. When you look at the Boeing 747, you see structurally all the panelling that you can see there. Obviously, the construction techniques and manufacturing techniques of, you know, each individual panel having to be riveted in what would now be seen as sort of archaic manufacturing techniques, whereas you look at that and then look at the Dreamliner, the more modern style technique of building. You'll see there's no panelling there at all, no rivets, just a join mark where you'll see the empennage, the rear tail section, meeting with the middle section and then the front section. There are a couple of segments that go into the wing, the upper wing and lower wing assembly as well. But apart from that, obviously a much quicker technique of manufacturing aircraft now compared to what it was back in the old days. But obviously, when I say back in the old days, Boeing's still using those techniques at the moment, as well as Airbus as well, using the old style ribs and skin technique. Lewis Hurley managed to catch Lima November last time he was at London Heathrow. Kivo Thunder, good morning. We're at London Heathrow, Kivo. Rahul tuning in from India. Hope you've got that Air India. Paul Coulson tuning in from Dunedin, New Zealand. Bella, which Bella Lugosi. I'm sure you're better looking than Bella Lugosi, but which close-up did you like there, Bella? That cafe's not going out till tonight, is it, Julie? Oh wow, really? Just so that you folks are aware, the guy filming right now is myself. I do everything. I'm a one-man band, folks. Commentary and the filming as well is all done by myself. Just in case some people are a little bit confused, and understandably so. It's very rare these days that you get a cameraman producing and presenting a show like I'm doing, but sometimes it's a little bit hard, but it seems to work. Oh, Bella, the 747, yes. Well, I mean, the thing is, what you've got to appreciate is that I don't get to see a great deal through this tiny little monitor. So it's good to get the feedback to make sure that to hear that you guys are getting the full picture, so to speak. You really see the age of these 747s when you manage to get a good close-up look at her, see all the where there's panelling there. Luckily, that's one of the later retirement 747s, because she's sporting her SATCOM blister. Looks like one of the A380s now being towed back out from maintenance. That's possibly an old 200 with Trent 8s on her. John Wood mentioning the red arrows flying with the retro 747, Boeing 747. Just be aware, folks, that, you know, don't count on it too much, because schedules like that can sometimes not happen purely because of the a possible maintenance issue or something like that. But I'm sure they'll have BOAC in service for Riyadh. And don't forget, if you want to watch the whole of Riyadh live, go to Plains TV. Plains TV will be televising the whole of Riyadh live, folks. They themselves actually wanted to stream it free of charge, However, they were asked by Riyadh themselves, the organisers, to charge for it. So they've had to put a charge on it. So if you want to watch the whole of Riyadh live, then get yourselves over to Plains TV, where you'll be able to watch the whole show unfold live on your screens. Bonjour, David Knowles. This 747 snuck in from somewhere, didn't he? I think Flight Radar's having a bit of a funny old day. Not seeing that at all. Not her, is it, Julie? No? Oh, this one going to Miami, okay. Funny enough, I don't see it on radar. Tony at hand, good day. Sebastian, giving a wave to, not just yet Sebastian, she's still at gate, waiting for the conditions to clear up down at her destination, which is St Athan in Wales, literally a 25-minute, 30-minute flight from here. Adam Cohen, good day. Rias Malimar, watching right there on Facebook. Good day to everybody watching on all the channels. I'd imagine at some point we're going to have an Emirates 380 going out, because we've just had one arrive, so chances are we'll have a 380 departing quite soon. Bomber Scorpion, thank you indeed, confirming that 747 is London to Miami. Switch over to YouTube, give some shout outs to everybody on YouTube. Hope you're well. Mac 52, here we go. .747 coming out T5. Is it Victor Golf, is it? Seen our fair share of 747s today, folks. So something that we don't get to see very often on BJet TV. Air India's 777, always a nice sight. Big Jaffa, no, this is not in slow motion, my friend, this is in real time, as it happens. I love the way that, very clever way that they've done their windows with their livery. Who's saying that, Jilly? Well, we can do it. I can do it. What do you reckon? You reckon it's going to go out after 3? Because we've got to do it now. If we're going to do it now, we've got to do it. If we're going to do it, we've got to do it now, rather than doing it at 2:30. Did he say in the next 10 minutes? If it doesn't light up in the next 10 minutes, right? Okay. Okay. Well, get some arrivals on. Get the last 30 minutes of arrival. We went now. We'd get the last 30 minutes of arrivals on the other runway. Martin Smith does a 380 flight to Orlando. Think so. Think that BA do a service to Orlando on the 380. Interesting to see the Boeing 777-9 retractable winglets in operation yesterday. Much, I'd imagine, the technique, just like hydraulic power, used like flaps. So that will be a retracting wingtip, which will be much like the flaps, which will be activated as she taxis away from the gate. Or maybe even just before she's due to line up. Jer Kekler asking Turkish. Another 747 pulling out, Willie. Yeah, no, that one's going to Riyadh. I think that's Victor Golf going to Riyadh, is it? Or is that... And Victor Tango, yeah. Okay. Isabella Smith asking, did we get the latest update? At the moment, we're just waiting on an update at the moment, Isabel. Neil McGibbon. Mr. Garcia, go do one, son. Got nothing better to do, mate. And obviously you've got some serious issues down there in your own personal department. You might want to go and see someone about that and have a chat with them before coming on here and talking crap like that. Jack Walsh. Aer Lingus headed to Cork. Some sad individuals, obviously. Very fortunate that we only get very few trolls on this page. Very fortunate indeed. And those who are, just obviously, you know, you've got to feel sorry for them. You know, feel sorry for the trolls, because they've obviously got no lives, no friends, and they just spend their lives trawling through Facebook and YouTube, looking for what they classify as funny things to say. DBR 5813, what's the ETA for the 747? Well, she was due out 12:30, my friend. Looking very much like she's on a big delay at the moment. So, Mr. Garcia, make your mind up. Are you going to talk crap, or are you going to talk about the 747 or anything else? Yeah, you do see two 747s on the runway. Well, on the taxiway there. Mr. Garcia. Boeing 747s, 2 Boeing 747s with British Airways, both heading to different destinations. They are not the aircraft that we're waiting to see go out. Martin Smith, who makes the tyres for the aircraft, and have you any intention of visiting the factory? Martin Smith, great question. Yes, indeed. We've got feelers out to Dunlop. They're actually based in Birmingham, the Dunlop factory. And Bridgestone make the tyres, Goodyear make the tyres, Dunlop, all the major manufacturers. I'm not sure if I've seen Pirelli making the big tyres for the commercial jets, but more often than not you'll see Bridgestone, Goodyear and Dunlop. So yes, we are planning to do a show. Okay, Ginny, we're gonna call it. Yeah. Adam Gibson, just sign up. New member, Adam. Welcome. Okay, folks, this is what we're going to do. Peter CGP. Hey, how you doing? Right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to head over to the Renaissance, which is just over there, folks. Big thank you, massive thank you to the Hilton Garden Inn that we're standing right here on at the moment. But because of the weather, we've had a significant delay with the departure for Lima November. Now, I will say, if we do get her going out of that runway, it's going to be quite spectacular because she'll be quite close up. So we will get to see those notes that they've made on the side of the fuselage. So stick with us, keep your notifications open. We'll be back with you in around about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe even sooner. Depends on how quickly we can break this stuff down and get ourselves down to the van and get over to the other side of the airport. So thanks a lot for tuning in. If you can't make it, check back later on the replay. Other than that, we'll see you in around about 30 minutes. Okay, GP, go for a quick cut.